Hey everyone, Ariel Adams here with aBlogtoWatch. Please subscribe to our videos on YouTube and like this video if you find it useful. This is a review, a rare review of a fashion watch that I'm doing, but I like this brand a lot actually. I think they've done a good job, and you wouldn't guess from hearing the name. GC is actually Guest Collection, and you probably know about their watch. You've probably seen them. I've mostly known them for their women's watches, which I think are pretty good, and they're quite reasonably priced and they're neat. And this is a men's version that I liked, and I wanted to share it with you because I think it's a good watch that comes in at a relatively affordable price. So this is part of the Sport Class XXL collection. This is a chronograph. And what does that mean? That means it's big. It's 46 millimeters wide steel with what you have here is some rose gold colored steel as well there, and it's also toned that on the back. Some of the cheaper watches, it'll be toned on one side, but then on the other side it'll be steel, which I think looks terrible. But at least they colored it all the way around. Dial's pretty legible there. You have a Swiss quartz movement inside of there. Let's start that chronograph. I like that the chronograph pushers are relatively integrated in there. In a sense, they look like sort of crown guards. Actually, they're kind of part of the crown guard there. It looks nice. I haven't had a chance to completely size this watch yet, so it's going to sort of flop around on my wrist, but you'll get an idea. And again, that's 46 millimeters wide there. What you're seeing here on the chronograph is this particular movement. I forget which one. I think this is an ETA. Maybe a Ronda, actually. Goes ahead and measures, I think that's like 1/10 of a second or something like that for the first 30 seconds, and it slows down. But when you stop it, it still is able to measure that. So basically, for the first 30 seconds of measuring, that seconds hand is going kind of crazy, but then it stops, but it's still actually measuring it. So when you stop, it'll move to the right place. So you see there, it's not moving, but then it'll go to the right place to tell you the fractional part of the second. I don't think people are necessarily going to be buying this dive style watch. It's a serious chronograph, but I like that it has that complication there. You also have the date. Dial legibility is good. It's a little bit of a mix there because you have a lot of these shiny elements, which tends to hamper legibility, but you do have, of course, that luminant on the hands and the hour markers. I think it's quite great. Rotating diver's bezel there. And I think it's very fashionable. The design is actually influenced, I'm sure Guest Collection doesn't want me to say this, but it's influenced by the older Zenith Defy XL collection of watches, which had some similar markers on the bezel. It kind of introduced this, I guess it looks like grading almost, this graded look for steel, gold, and titanium, which I think actually looks cool. The Defy collection was a very polarizing family of watches from Zenith, and they've since completely abandoned it from the new ownership, and I think obviously the new watches are fantastic, but I think the Defy collection had some merit. It had a place. It definitely had a place. I think there were some interesting ideas there. Unfortunately, a lot of those have kind of went away, but GC to the rescue, I guess. So I think that this kind of design, it's kind of a combination of masculine, but also kind of, I don't want to use the term blingy, but dressy, showy. And it mixes those things really, really well. And for a watch of this price, I think it's definitely a cool timepiece. So again, this is the Guest Collection GC Sport Class XXL, and on the video I'll tell you the specific model number. And this watch has a retail price of $800, and you can see the full review on aBlogtoWatch. Thanks.